Hey everyone, welcome back. It's the one you've all been waiting for, Season 3 of the Adventures of Ziggy Golddust. It's time to do some more zigs. The third zig, in fact. Unfortunately, I've got some bad news for you all. This run, it's come to my attention, has been ruined. And I mean utterly ruined. Not even the unruiner, not savior, saver himself, Bob Ross could fix this one. So, what I've been doing at the end of Zig floors to make sure I don't miss any loot, any artifacts, is to do Control F and then dot to search for everything on the floor. But there's an issue here. By default, the game hides what it terms useless items. Like here, the bubbling dark potion is hidden because as a mummy we can't quaff. The result of that is that items that are holy, because we're a mummy, the game thinks are useless. So I missed the zealot sword. Means we will never ever have the full suite of all of the unrandom items, which is extremely sad. So yeah, I totally missed the zealot sword. There are others where the same thing could potentially happen. So no, not Eos. There are other holy swords. Can't think of one right now. But it means I'm gonna have to be extremely careful. So I'm gonna have to do Control F dot and also Control X to show all the. Oh no, I don't have to do that. I can actually just show useless items. Okay, I'm just gonna have to remember to do that. So hopefully don't miss any more. I mean, the game was potentially ruined anyway, because correct me if I'm wrong, but it's theoretically possible that one of the Pandemonium form. I'm recording in the morning. If you're wondering why I can't speak, one of the Pandemonium floors that we didn't clear could have possibly spawned an unrandot, but because we didn't clear it, we'd never know. And in that case, it wouldn't spawn again in a zig. So we could be doing zigs infinitely and looking for that one item, but it would never come. Let me see, where was that bubbling potion? I feel like we may as well check that out now that we're IDing potions. A potion of flight, fantastic. Alright, so what have we done between the last time? I dropped a bunch of superfluous items that we were carrying. So now we've got 12 slots free, which actually doesn't sound like a lot, but there isn't anything else that I really want to drop. So we'll probably fill up very quickly. Can I just drop 20 phantom mirrors? I don't even know what I'm doing with those. No, we need them all. I note that we're red drained. I don't remember that happening specifically, but I'm going to guess that was from trying items on. Which actually affects our spell failure rates quite a bit. It brings Shatter up to 19% chance to fail, and Ignition up to 19. Both of those probably too high. So I think we want to go into this one wearing the ring that has Wizardry and another +7 int on it. That brings us down to 4% and 4%. Okay. It's probably wise to go run around saying pan for a bit, because it would be much safer than zigs and get rid of our draining. But I don't really care. Quick reminder, we're training air magic and evocations. Evocations because having 27 is going to be super overpowered with the Staff of Wukadmu. How close are we? How drained are we? So air magic, well, evocations is 23.7, should be 26.5. I don't know why I picked that rather than say just earth magic is 27 and it's drained to 24. Okay, it's about 3. There we go. Okay, yep. So we're gonna max those 2 skills. Although air magic maybe not max. The reason we're training it is because we want to get tornado castable. So we have a means of AoE killing flying things that are very resistant to or immune to fire magic. We didn't get 2 punish last zig, but if we get an Orb of Fire floor or we get a large Panlord floor, Tornado would really help. But yeah, we can't cast it yet. I think one more thing before I want to go in. I still haven't come up with the ASCII thing that I want to draw. Although I do note that this group of items here on the minimap kind of looks like the like thumbs up. I don't know. That wasn't intentional. But yeah, so I'm just waiting for inspiration to strike, or hit me up if you got ASCII ideas. So that means we're still not spending our 42,000 gold on more shops because I don't know how I should build them. Well, I need to ruin the like. There you go. We'll pick out the middle one. Yeah, that totally ruined it. Alright, well, never mind then. Grab the top one. Yeah, so we're just putting another zig here because I don't have anything clever to draw yet. Although it looks like these empty arches basically on the minimap just look like a regular item, so it's not like it's a big loss anyway. So let's throw one down here. Let's see. Yep, okay, cool. The door itself is yellow, although we could only ever have at most 2 of these maximum at a time, so that doesn't really matter. I mean, yeah, whatever. Let's do a third zig. We've got the Staff of Earth out. I'm really nervous. I know, it's actually really stressful to play this character. Least of which because he's a fan favorite, so I feel very bad if he dies. I also don't remember where any of the things are. Oh, there we go. Okay, that one wasn't too hard. So I've got to hit. Well, I can hit Control X in here because it's small. And look at that. There was a chainmail and a scale mail, and a potion of cancellation. Some very, very good loot for this stage of the game. Let's rest off our Kintam, and then let's keep going. So this looks like a. Oh, it's a vaults floor, maybe. Okay, cool. These early floors are all going to be pretty easy, you would hope. Scroll of Silence. Can't remember if we're carrying those around or not, or if we have it as a spell. No, I forgot it. I don't know. Why would we want Silence? I don't think we ever would. I mean, we might. Hang on. I'm trying to remember. I remember we had Silence as a spell at some point. Did I drop all the scrolls? It's certainly extremely dangerous because, yeah, I don't know. I think we just don't ever want Silence. Or do we? I guess we may as well be carrying the scroll around until we run out of slots. But yeah, because we're a mummy, we can't cancel out of a Silence, so it's always going to be extremely dangerous to use. I'm trying to think. It's sort of hard to think of a situation where I'd want it. Say, I don't know, we end up at 1 HP next to one single ancient lich or something. I mean, you could silence it so it doesn't cast, but in that case we could also just read a blink scroll and get away from it. So, I don't know. Let's keep going. Okay, we've got Ice Fiends. Oh, we got Panlords. Fortunately, it's still an early floor. Unfortunately, we can actually see what Panlords have now. So he literally has no spells. He's not too scary. Is immune to fire though. And is flying. So I think we want to use Vile Clutch on him. And then Shatter does nothing to the Ice Fiends. But in saying that, the Ice Fiend also does nothing to us. So it's not really anything too much to worry about. Where's my ignition spell? W. Okay. So I get rid of the Ice Fiend. So I didn't do a lot. And this guy, we can just fight him. We got Spectral Weapon and a Demon Trident of the Lek. So he's gonna go down. Alright. But you can see how hard that one Panlord is for us to take down without Tornado. When he's flying and doesn't care about fire. Oh, wow, Tornado's at 11%. Oh, because our Draining all just disappeared. Hey, turns out we can cast Tornado almost with this Wizardry ring on. That's nice to know. Okay, so the next time that happens, we should be good. I see a manual of crossbows. We still have not found anything at all with penetration. Or, yeah, whether that's javelins or crossbows. So, I mean, it's possible we're going to find a hand crossbow penetration and then want to use that. It's sort of crazy that we've never found anything at all with it. Let's drop that falchion of zapped. Yeah, so we're going to carry around that manual crossbows. I think we have another one in the outworld. I don't know if that's what you call the area. Alright, we got an Iron Giant. Tormentos aren't flying, they're also irrelevant. So I don't really care. Classic Strike Zombie. Okay, let's hit Control X. The problem with Control X is that you still don't see everything until you walk on it, I think. So let's have a look again. Right, what I want to do is I want to search everywhere, then I want to hit Control F dot, and I want to I want to show quote unquote useless items. Okay, so what did we pick up there? We got a ruined large shield. Well, we've been playing for 1 day. I'm surprised you got this far. Shots fired. So yeah, our +3 large shield is regen and strength +3, which is really not that exciting. This is a large shield of protection. Okay, so we had large shields of protection already. I think we went for the strength +3 because it helps us cast. Let's see. This brings tornado up to 14. It's not a huge amount, but it's a bit of an amount. 4%. Yeah, so it's not a big deal. We also picked up brand weapon at some point. I don't think we're ever going to want those. Demon Trident of Elec is fine. Yeah, I'm going to ditch the brand weapon. I'm not going to pick those up anymore. And I feel like there was some reason or compelling reason why we're using this large shield of recklessness with a large shield of protection, but I honestly don't know what that was anymore. We have 4 enchant armor scrolls outside, so we could have a +5 large shield of protection. Yeah, I don't know. Well, in any case, will I use that? So, I mean, we have 45 AC, yeah, I think it makes sense just to keep using the current one. AC is not a huge deal for us. Yeah, I don't know, maybe that was the reason. Anyway, let's keep going on to Zig 5. At this point, actually, now that our spellcasting is pretty good due to our draining, let's put the Ring of Phasing back on instead of the Wizardry Ring. And what does this do? Tornado's back up to 36. I don't care about that too much. I care about Shatter and Ignition, which are both at 2%. So I think this is better. We'll have more evasion, and if we really need to cast Tornado, we'll just switch rings. And or we'll do Potion Petition. Right, we got a Fire Floor with a Hellion. This is probably something I should do to begin every floor, but we should be invis. Alright. Yeah, well, it's a fire-themed floor, so... Oh, right, Hellions aren't... I always forget this, but they're not immune to fire anymore. They used to be. This seems like a good time for a tornado. The Balrogs, the Hellhounds, none of those guys care about... it's a single Balrog. I couldn't be bothered. We'll just clutch him. And we'll shatter everything else. Yeah, that works. Just don't think about it too hard. Alright, so the play. Search everywhere. then hit Control F dot, and then look for useless items as well. Rations useless, agree. I think we have many scrolls of amnesia outside, such that I can probably stop picking them up. Yeah, that's a lot of scrolls of amnesia. Okay. So it looks like we've got those turned off on auto pickup. And then the question was, should I just go invis to begin every floor? Maybe not, because then it's going to potentially wear out sooner. So I think I'm gonna wait unless we actually need it. Yeah, we're still early Zig floor, so we don't need to pre-buff. It's a mummy floor. That's fine. They all go down to ignition. It's a pretty absurd spell. Good. And speaking of enchant armor scrolls, there's another 2 of them. I should pay attention to things I pick up. Anyway, so Control F dot. Let's check. Potion of Experience. Yeah, see, I want to pick up that because that's part of our. That's one of our drawing materials. Was there anything else? No, we don't care about Rings of Evasion. We already have the best possible Ring of Evasion with phasing. Oh yeah, it's Merfolk. Alright. None of these guys see invis, but they're all just gonna die very quickly to our spells. We just failed an ignition. That sucks. One snapping turtle remains. Is that the Ring of the Mage I see? Oh no, it's just a silver ring. Okay. Never mind. Our identify scrolls are kind of valuable right now, so I'm just gonna put that on. That is pretty horrible ring with the slow property and evasion -5. So I think we're gonna ditch that one. And see what else is here. Fizzy Grey Potion, I'm gonna ID it. It's a league. Doubly useful because not only can we not quaff, but we can't transmutate either. And what else have we got? I like how we're getting a +0 plain robe. It's just filler. A plain spear. Poison javelins, but still not seeing any of piercing. Oh no, not piercing, penetration. That's the one. Right, so we have found the longbow piercer, but that's no good. That's two-handed. So we're still looking out for either javelins or an artifact hand crossbow. But none here. Let's keep going. So we got a Titsamore floor. Alright, so this is scary. Because it's a Dispel Undead floor. Yeah, and they do fly. They also die pretty quickly to ignition. Okay. So I guess that wasn't too scary. I don't know, anytime you're undead and you have Titsamores, it's scary, okay? Steel Javelins, got my hopes up. I don't think I care about plate armors, too heavy probably. I don't know. Maybe in the future if we find, oh, we found the Warlock's Mirror. If we find some items that give us huge amounts of strength, we could wear a crystal plate armor or something like that. But, I don't know, not a plate armor. Let's see, Steel Javelins, Potions of Degen. Nothing else exciting. Okay, cool. Yeah, Warlock's Mirror is another unrand up. It's a buckler, so we're not going to use it. But I can imagine very funny situations with this where you reflect hexes at panlords and you paralyze them, etc. But yeah, no, we want the shield. This is an abyss themed floor. I think we found that these wretched stars are really quite difficult to kill. Yeah, they're immune to fire, oh no, resistant to fire, but they're flying. So this might be a time to bust out the tornado. How about Starcurse Masses? They're not resistant to fire at all. Okay, so I think we're going to switch to our Wizardry Ring over phasing. We're going to bust out the tornado. First attempt to cast it, I think, in an actual Zig. It's 5% to fail right now. It's going to give us some AoE, and then I think let's go with Ignition. It's probably the play. Air Magic to 22. Okay, yep. This is fine. This is perfectly fine, yeah. No, but it actually is perfectly fine. Okay, not too scary. We're still on relatively early floors at 9. That is a Manual of Axes. Well, I mean, we can carry it, but I can't see us ever wanting axes. Did I drop? No, I didn't. Okay. Crystal Falchion. It's holy. Okay, so we're not allowed to wield that. 2 potions of experience. Nice. And then let's see. Control F dot. Nothing else here. Alright, cool. Let's remember to switch rings back. But that's really nice to know that we have Tornado on call when and if we need it. We've got Air Magic up to 22.2 skill level. Are we still carrying the air manual? No, it ran out. Okay, so we're training it at Mummy pleb speed at -2 aptitude. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, we maxed evocations. Cool. So we got a max power Wukad Moonstaff now, which is good. And then let's keep going. Yeah, still not pre-buffing. I hit O, which is interesting. So it sort of walked us towards the corner. An undead floor. Okay. What does Tornado look like? 17% chance to fail. I'm just not going to mess with it. I'm just walking in. Oh dear, that's how little respect I give an undead floor when we're a zigging mummy. Kind of sad. Plus 11 short sword. Other than that, useless. 21 boxes of base. It's a Faith in +4 amulet. Not real exciting. I think unless we found some other item with clarity on it, I don't think we ever want to take off the Amulet of the Four Winds. And we don't ever want a short bow. It's double-handed. So still nothing penetration as far as I can tell. Let me just check. Yeah, alright. On we go. Spider floor. Okay, so this one I definitely want to preemptively go invis. We don't have any way of see invis ourselves. So we won't notice the ghost moss until it's too late. So we're going to go invis before we find any of them. And then I think we're just going to go ignition. Okay. So there could be ghost moss around. Are there? Am I crazy? I think ignition, it doesn't hit invis things, but because they would have been next to other monsters, they would have been getting hit by fireballs. I'm gonna say they're probably all dead, but just in case, let's just throw out a tornado. Alright, we'll just make sure of it. Can we even get invis? I don't think we even have any C-invis items at all. We don't. The Mask of the Dragon, which is outside. Oh, no. It is an artifact crossbow, but it's triple, so that's not gonna help. We need a hand crossbow. Staff of Summoning, no. Enchant Weapon Scroll, no. Alright, let's keep going. Zig 12. Okay. Sort of a... I guess it's a pan floor. We've got random fiends. We've got cacodemons, and then here's a pan lord who's got summon butterflies and mass confusion. Okay, so he's kind of harmless. Or is he? Does he have chaos attacks? No, he does not. Okay, so this seems like a time when tornado is going to be kind of useful. Let's actually check the pan lord. He's resistant to fire. We've still never found Firestorm, right? I've just remembered we're 3 zigs into this game with no Firestorm. Oh wait, no, we found Firestorm. Oh yeah, I remember. Right, it's just come back to me at the end of the last episode. We finally found. Oh wow. Yeah, we finally found the Book of Annihilations. So we have. Oh yeah, I should totally do this. We have Crystal Spear, Firestorm, and Glaciate. All those things we can learn now. Glaciate, Firestorm. Okay, yep, so I should be learning those. Probably after Tornado though. But for Crystal Spear, we should definitely have that. 2% chance to fail, so it's even free. Alright, well, too late to do it right now. We've got to deal with this flaw. So let's see. Tornado was the play. Let's take off our phasing ring for wizardry. Let's throw out a tornado. Oh, we lose our deflector missiles. And what do we do here? I mean, I guess we throw out an ignition because it's going to hurt some of these things. Although I don't want to kill everything because I don't want these brimstone fiends to start hurling damnation at us. Unfortunately, the execution is going to go down, so that was due to tornadoes. So that's a bit of a misplay on my part. Let's This is quite scary. I think this might be a good time to potion petition and see if we can get a haste here. We did not, but we can get... None of these really help. Heal Winds is useless. We've got full HP anyway. I guess having Agi is better than not. And I guess we should have resistance in case there are more panlords and some of them have elect attacks. So we'll go with B. And then how do we kill... Well, let's get rid of the Titsimul up there with ignitions. Okay, he's down. We're starting to run out of magic here. I'm going to put down a Vile Clutch to try to get both of those fiends so that they're not going to start spamming damnation at us. And now that we're running out of magic, I think we want to pull out our Wukad Moostaff. And with 27 Evo, this should just be bonkers. Yeah, it's pretty bonkers. Alright, let's throw up a new tornado. Okay. Again, while we've got monsters next to us and guarding us from damnation, we're going to try to get this Brimstone Fiend up there. Oh, I don't like that synergy. The tornado pulls the monsters out of the Vile Clutch. So it stops them from taking constriction damage. Yeah, that's a bit of an anti-synergy there. Not a huge deal, but yeah. Worth noting. We found Karaya's mail coat, an iron ring, an obelisk. That's two-handed, that's not going to work. And then let's see, Control F dot. Okay, now that I actually want an amnesia scroll, we're not going to find any. Because we can get rid of Iron Shot now. And mess around with our spells. We've got how many levels free? Only 2 left. Yeah, so we will have to forget Iron Shot in order to learn Crystal Spear. Huh. Yeah, typical. As soon as I realized that I actually need amnesia scrolls, now there aren't any. I'm gonna have to remember that in the next one because I've got to run to work. So see you all for part 2, season 3. Bye.